want to welcome everyone back to Bronze League Heroes. And I want to introduce you to, in the top right, mOOb. mOOb. And in the bottom left, also is Terran, Haquila. And a Terran versus Terran with two SCVs being sent out immediately from Haquila here. He has aggressive intentions. But what exactly are they? Are we looking at Reapers? Are we looking at Barracks and John? I mean, two SCVs out this early usually means Reapers. It usually does. Not always, but it's common. Maybe not timing them out perfectly. Maybe forgetting you want to get at least one Barracks before getting both of your gases, but the idea's here. That's what's important. Well, he's just going to build an engineering bay. Well. That's a little different. So, both these players almost at 1 action per second. Thank you, Mental Scars. Now you have some physical as well as mental scars. Congratulations.
Your day is going better than mine. I got bitten on the face by a spider while I slept and half my face became numb for several hours. Frown.
Yeah, that's a frown. That's a definite frown. So with the engineering bay, after scouting, but now proxying, we got a little bit of everything here out of Haquila. Oh, he's on the chase! He hates this SCV. Maybe a little bit too much. All right, he goes back home. And of course, why wouldn't we have a planetary fortress? Why wouldn't it be a planetary fortress to start? We do have the proxy 1 racks double gas planetary fortress, as is. I'm not going to say customary, but it's happening. But unfortunately, mOOb is almost going to incidentally scout this barracks just by trying to send his SCV home for the most part. Unless the barracks artfully dodges. I mean, it didn't. But it... Okay. When he jumped to it with the camera, did he see it? Did he see it, though? Like, it was on his mini-map, but it wasn't on his camera. So does he know? The barracks skillfully evaded. But into the main. We have high-sec auto-tracking on the way. That's one way to defend a Reaper. The Reaper comes in, gets slammed in the face by the Ibex cannons, and gets slapped away. The 2 SCVs are in the main. The 2 SCV rush a bit delayed. He will retreat in the face of 2 SCVs attacking him from within his main. So this is an interesting scenario at least. But the SCVs will find another kill. Somehow, some way. 1 will be taken out, but a bunker, the slowest of bunker rushes, a single Marine. Will he respond accordingly? SCV going to work, but not hard enough. If the bunker finishes, this could eventually become something that's anything, but it's nothing right now. It's not like all you have to do is pull SCV. Why would you go there? Where are you going there? Don't you start an NG bay out? He's already starting an NG bay. This is not the correct way to defend this. This is what's coming to mind. This is really the strategy here. Like, oh shit, he made a planetary. I need one of those. I need one of those. Those are really good. Did you see what happened to my Reaper? All right, I'm gonna be traumatized. Don't you dare, though. Don't you dare. Why is that? What? There's another one. There's planet. Wait a second. There's SCVs being built. I was wondering, like, wait a second. I see SCVs being built. Why is there an SCV? There's another planetary. He's got the bunker. There are bunkers on either side flanking. He does have the high sec. He could potentially outrange his opponent's planetary fortress. He could do that. Okay, and here comes mOOb. What is mOOb's reaction? He's not looking. He's not looking. The Marines are coming out. Planetary will land. How does he react? He pops SCVs out. The planetary begins. The repair starts from the back. He's not building one of his own. He's not reacting in time. The planetary is on point. Haquila's at 23 supply, but he's going to have a grand total of 2 planetary. You have an NG bay mOOb. He has the money, but he's panicking. He's panicking. Will it be too much? The bunker's trying to hold. The planetary starts. It finally comes to mind. There's so much happening right now. He has to scramble forward. He has 100 APM, but it's all being used to scratch his goddamn head. Haquila trying to hold on. The planetary going to work on the bunker. No SCVs to repair. This Marine somehow has 3 kills. Another one. He can jump into the bunker. The SCVs are coming off the line. Another SCV going forward. It will think about that a little bit harder. The splash damage is hitting everything. On the other side, Haquila has absolutely no follow-up. This is everything there is and everything there will ever be to him. The repair comes out on the planetary. Eventually, he will win that fight. Will the splash damage be enough to kill the SCV in the back? He's building SCVs to repair the planetary. He's trying to hold on. The bunker is falling. Maybe one more shot. Not. One more. One more. One more. There it goes. More shots are coming out, but the SCVs are being produced. And almost enough time to repair the planetary fortress as the battle continues to rage onwards. You never know. He can't quite hit the SCVs at the back. Haquila's starting to target SCVs down, starting to realize he has that range. There's no building armor on the way. For some reason, there's +1 infantry weapons. I'm not exactly sure what that is meaning to do. But the SCVs have come out to repair. It is one base on one base action. As the cannons continue to fire, the SCVs come off the line. They will be able to repair this bunker up, at least for now. There are still Marines being produced. Building armor is on the way for Haquila, who is making a Cyclone. All right, he's making a Cyclone at home. The Marines are being drawn in. A planetary, more than repaired. 25 SCVs, but 8 of them, almost 7 of them are on the other side repairing. A tank could make all the difference. He brings the tank up. The SCVs will bum rush it. I'm not sure that's a high percentage play. The repair's not there. The SCVs are gonna get the tank. He's unsieging. He gets the tank. Will he repair in time? No, the planetary falls. He got the tank with the SCVs. But at what cost? Well, it looks like a few more Marines will try their hand at this bunker and an SCV as well. Everybody's bunkers are racking up the kills. Bunkers don't have kill counts. That's not how it works. But eventually, Haquila will be broken. And what else does he have? What is the follow-up? What is the plan? The Marines come up. The 3 Musketeers survive. Don't tell me. I think I know what the plan... Yeah. Why wouldn't that be the plan? A scan comes out. Sees a planetary. Sees nothing else. +1 infantry weapons is on the way for quite literally these 3 Marines. That's about it. The tank cautiously going to move forward and then obliterate the Marines. Oh my. Meaning that +1 infantry weapons will benefit exactly 0 units on this side of the map. A single Cyclone. How will it do? It's just on a, it's a peacekeeping force, okay? And you just committed a war crime. As the Cyclone was just trying to roll through, do a quick inspection, and roll right back out. It meant no harm, okay? But what you've done, sir, is strongly condemned. Okay, strongly. Alright. mOOb is at 63 supply. Haquila is at whatever this is. The bunkers and planetaries are still a remnant of what has been done and may happen again. 2 starports are not a bad call here, as the barracks continues to burn its thrusters, but not its armor. I mean, if you're gonna go for it, I think you got to take to the skies. There's another base in the corner for Haquila. mOOb is expanding to a 3rd/4th in an interesting location. Is he ready to move out? There's a fusion core on the way, because you know exactly what the standard transition for transitioning out of a failed planetary fortress rush is. as quickly as possible, get into battle cruisers. You gotta respect this man. You don't gotta respect his plan or his chances, but you gotta respect him. There's an orbital on the corner. He knows that he might need to lift that. In fact, it's not unlikely. We'll see if mOOb is able to execute a strong forward attack. There are tanks. There's a planetary. Is there stim? There is stim and combat shields and +1 for mOOb. He has all the tools to potentially work his way through. Will he use them? He will look very angrily as he starts the siege. That SCV will be knocked around, knocked down. The tanks will create a defensive barrier that must be worked through. A battle cruiser, of course, will help to break... Oh my god. He's got a battle cruiser and a liberator queued up. The hotkeys are really close together. You can't blame him. The starport will scout. There's actually not vision here for mOOb. He's in range of the starport, but he can't quite get there. But Haquila using one of his starports to buffer for the other. mOOb doesn't even... Oh, he does know about it. But I don't know if he'll suspect the battlecruiser transition, as we have the leapfrog continuing. Trying to move forward. Unfortunately, he's sieged up in range of the tank. I will give him vision, but also give him one less tank. He's trying to get a single Marine in there. He's got money in the bank, but this is everything to him right now. The Marines are going to move a little forward. The siege is, well, it's not, it's a contain more than a siege right now. Beautiful tank placement out of Haquila. You can tell he's done this before. Yamato cannon weapon refit being researched. But mOOb is being repelled. There's a couple medevacs. There's another tank, but... Oh, he jumps! He jumps into the main! There's a single... No, there are 2 turrets! Yamato is not done! Immediately! Not even a second thought. As soon as the battlecruiser finishes, he jumps into the main. The cruiser is going to be able to take down one turret. Can Yamato the other? It will shoot, it will fire, and it will take out the turret. There's nothing really here to defend. The decisiveness on that tactical jump is impressive. Just immediately, 1 second, go! We're going! Unfortunately, there are 2 more bases to deal with. No more turrets right now. His TPM has not been very impressive. Alright, a Liberator will be completed eventually. Haquila, he started this attack strongly, but it's kind of lost a lot of steam here. As... Oh, the Liberator starting to unload on the Marines, but there will be enough Marines to take it out. Unfortunately, a bit of a mediocre siege up location. Another battlecruiser is on the way. Why wouldn't it be? The turrets are trying to encroach on the battlecruiser's territory. They will not succeed. There are still 4 Marines in this bunker that can... And then he decides he's going to fight. Unfortunately, with just 4 Marines, he's going to lose. A mule is dropped to repair the cruiser. Now up to 10 kills. There are more bases all over the place. mOOb still maintains a solid supply lead. But he's not quite able to put together the defenses here. The mule doing its best. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but don't worry, he's repairing. Sending good vibes your way, battlecruiser. Alright, thank you very much. Feels like my chakras are getting fully aligned for this attack. But the attack is coming up. He's bum rushing it, but the tanks are there. The battlecruiser is about to come out to defend. The Liberators are going to help, but not before the tanks are going to pay the ultimate price. Another tank at the front. The Yamato comes out, blasts away one of the Liberators. The tank will move forward, but 4 HP is not a long way from being taken out by the laser batteries. Immediately taken. The planetary fortress will be broken. What he couldn't do before, he will do now. Haquila has fully repaired his first cruiser, and his second one has broken the back. Wait, where did the other cruiser go? Where'd it go? Where is the second cruiser? It's at the natural! He jumped! The second base is under fire, quite literally from above. mOOb has all the economy. He's scrambling to put it all together. There are 2 battlecruisers rampaging. The lockout is there, but he's not moving. He's locked, but he's definitely not loaded. And the battlecruiser will take some shots, but not nearly enough. Or maybe just enough to enjoy himself. Who knows? Another Liberator coming out. I would argue that's maybe not the best choice. Thank you for that sub. The starport is under fire. If you take out the starport, you take out the possibility for Vikings. Tanks not known for their anti-air capabilities. A second Liberator is here. Yamato Cannon is on cooldown, but there's only a Viking, 2 Liberators. Here come the Marines. They're right-click to the main. They're trying to come up. This battlecruiser will start to unload. It looks like it's going to go down. That will be one of the bosses taken down. The second this game. The Planetary, the Cruiser. There's just one more he needs to remove. He has so many Marines. He's got this in the bag. Another lock-on. The Cruiser has a jump. He's just going to leave this one. I'm not entirely sure that decision-making process. He said his work here is done. The Micro is there. The Cyclone tries to get away. It's not going to be enough. These 3 tanks are walled off. Unfortunately, won't be joining the attack at the front. Haquila is continuing to expand. He just decides he doesn't want to kill this Cruiser. 17 kills on El Capitan. The tank on the high ground, and another Cruiser, a third, has joined the battlefield. mOOb is at 3,400 minerals, enough for 74 Marines, just about. This base is being taken. Will he stim into the Cruiser, but the tank will unload, leaving this base to potentially be completed. The Cruiser will continue. Up to has been promoted to Commander. Another battlecruiser tries to hold on. He stims forward once again. The tank throws it back. There are 2 tanks. He's debating between the repair. He has more SCVs in the main. A 4th cruiser. Is that too many? Has science gone too far? But the Cruiser will warp in to the 3rd. The most tactical of jumps. The Marines are trying to... If only these 3 tanks could escape from the main, but unfortunately they're bottled in. These 3-4 tanks definitely could have made the difference. But he's actually not able to get out, and that's because of the front. He can get down here, but the front is actually a wall. Another jump! He jumps another Cruiser in! It's going from bad to worse. He still has money for 80+ Marines. He's gonna stim into a tank line. Why wouldn't he? Another one goes down. He does have the 2-1. He's actually kind of just gonna break this. There are more Cruisers on the way. The tank's doing a lot of damage, but not enough. We're somehow in a base trade. The tanks are escaping. Thankfully, he has taken down. Finally, they can join the army now that the battlecruiser was so kind as to take down the front. This orbital is going down. This orbital is under fire. He's taken down the starports. There are no more cruisers in production. He has no more production facilities. Haquila trying to hold on. There's another jump. He jumps home. He jumps home. But will he be able to defend? He needs to repair the cruiser. It's so close. He's holding on. The SCVs are repairing. He's going into a tank line. The cruiser at no HP. At literally no HP. And mOOb is closing in, potentially for the victory. How many are left on the map? There are 2, and they're both in foreign lands. A planetary. He's rebuilding a tech lab full of optimism, as ever is Haquila. Continuing to cut off reinforcements. The planetary able to hit some of those tanks, but the tanks will finally make their way across. The ones that were bruised and bottled earlier. Will he be able to finish one more cruiser? I don't think so. Will he jump home? This base was taken out. This base is actually starting to mine out, but there's still money in the bank. It looks like mOOb, by simply making Marines and tanks, will eventually be making himself a victor. Despite the planetaries, despite the battlecruisers, despite the defenses, he has made more things, and it looks like he's going to, with that, attain victory. Another orbital goes down. Another cruiser jumps. Finding some more SCVs. He still has 51. Somehow, this SCV decides, you know what? I've got my escort here. It's an escort mission. There's still a tank in the main. That's literally it. mOOb is struggling, but as the gears are turning, he's working his way towards a victory. Another tank. The turret racks up a kill. The starport will evacuate. I'm not sure this is where you want to build your hidden command center, but Haquila disagrees. This battlecruiser, content with its activities, will stand tall. Another fusion core is on the way. He's going to double down. If mOOb is not able to find his bases, there could be a third or even a fourth battlecruiser on the field at some point. I'm not sure this battlecruiser with no upgrades is a match. Haquila finds inspiration. mOOb is supply blocked. He will build all of his depots here. But a battlecruiser just... Where'd it go? Where'd he put it? Where's the cruiser? What? Why'd you jump back here? I don't know. He's gonna Yamato the depot. A very dead depot. Unfortunately, there are 10 more in production. His base being taken out. The tanks siege up in order to get in range. SCV's on this side. He's getting more depots. Once again, not sure he needs quite that many. There's also, well, he rebuilt a fusion core, is the thing. A command center is on the way over here. I'm not... Wait, whose command center? Whose command center is on the... No, he wants to build here, which could pose an issue because there is already a base. He does like cyclones. We've determined that. He does like clones. The battlecruiser goes back into the main. Concussive shells is being researched. He has a grand total of... Well, he has 2 marauders. The army will eventually work its way down. This battlecruiser had 24 kills. Are there enough Marines on the field? There are 24 Marines. That should be enough to take out the cruisers, right? Right. There are barracks heavily producing now that he's on supply block. The tanks are sieged up on the high ground. It's going from bad to worse here. Haquila losing one of his 2 cruisers. The jump is all online. Will he try to save himself? Maybe not as much focus as he would have originally liked to have. The planetary will see the light of day and then immediately have its eyes closed forever. The tech lab is going to suffer the ultimate consequences. Haquila, never to be deterred, will expand poorly to his 3rd/4th base. Unfortunately, mOOb is on top of it. He's starting to get the hang of this. There's a single battlecruiser, 8 SCVs, and a dream away from a GG here. A Yamato comes out and brings the orbital slightly lower. It's gonna rack up so many kills. I'm hard pressed to see a scenario where he didn't commit to. Oh my God, that SCV's gone. It's at 25 kills, 28. How does this end? And does it end? There are only so many buildings left on the field. This command center on a refugee mission, but he's targeting the SCVs. Now he's targeting the turret. The turret gonna be the final boss. He jumps. He jumped right out of the game. Haquila, the strap master. Ever original with less than common plays, but it wasn't quite enough. mOOb holding it down. All right, sometimes the oldies are the goodies. And he's able to scramble his way to a victory eventually.